Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the City of Quincy Board of License Commissioners meeting, August 13th, 2024 at 4 p.m. I will read into the record the open meeting law. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived by those present, and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. Sue, can you call the roll?
Yes. Inspector Anderson.
Here.
Inspector DeCarli.
Here.
Chief Jackson.
Present.
Chief Kennedy.
Present.
Chair Crispo.
Present.
5 members.
5 members. We do have a full board. We will get right to agenda item number 1. Here regarding the request of the Wollaston Hill Neighborhood Association for a special use permit one-day liquor license for their annual Saturday in the Park events at Safford Park on September 7th, 14th, 21st, and 28th. The events will run from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. and include food, drinks, and live music. Brian Enzo. Hi, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Why don't you tell us about your events?
Sure. So my name is Brian Enos. I'm here representing the Wollaston Hill Neighborhood Association. We have been running our Saturdays in the Park event at Safford Park over on Beale Street for the last, I think, 6 years now, with a little break for COVID. We have historically had beer garden, food vendors come in, and we do bands in the afternoon. We've done 1 or 2 bands usually each week. And it's a great neighborhood event. A lot of people come down to it. We've had no problems in the last number of years. As long as the weather cooperates, it's usually a really good time.
Great, thank you. Anyone have any questions or concerns regarding the Wollaston Hill Neighborhood Association for special use permits for one-day liquor licenses for Saturday in the park? Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns?
Just, you get a list of the food vendors to us, please, that are going to be
I
there.
believe the food vendors this year, I think we can get you a full list, but I believe it's all going to be done by the Assembly on Hancock Street. I think they're taking care of all the food and the beverages this year.
Great.
Great, thank you. Looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the request to the Wollaston Hill Neighborhood Association for special use permits, one-day liquor licenses for their annual Saturdays in the Park events at Safford Park on September 7th, 14th, 21st, and 28th. The events will run from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. and include food, drinks, and live music.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You're all set.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Agenda item number 2, here regarding the request of Fat Boy Barbecue, Inc. for a common victual license for the premise located at 647 Hancock Street. Proposed hours of operation 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proposed manager Heng Kong Mi, attorney Russell Chin. Hi, how are you?
Hi, good afternoon, Madam Chair and members of the board. Attorney Russell Chin, for the record, 400 Hancock Street in Quincy, here representing the applicant, Fat Boy BBQ Inc., Massachusetts Corporation. I'm joined by one of the principals, Mr. Steve May. What this application is about is looking for a CD license. They took over the space that was formerly occupied by the Momo Bakery. It's a small space, 647, I believe, Hancock Street, near Beale. And planning to renovate it. It's undergoing renovations now for a particular kind of restaurant. It's very small, probably under 10 seats. It's going to be mostly takeout. And their specialty is barbecuing of pork, duck, and chicken. So there's a certain cultural appreciation for that kind of food. And there aren't that many people who know how to prepare it and serve it. So that is their goal, that is their plan.
Great.
Happy to answer any questions you have.
Great, thank you. Anyone have any questions, concerns regarding Fat Boy BBQ Inc. for a common victular license for the premise located at 647 Hancock Street? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns? Seeing none, looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the request of Fat Boy Barbecue Inc. for a common victular license at the premises located at 647 Hancock Street, formerly the Momo Cafe. Proposed hours of operation 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proposed manager Heng Kong Mei.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're all set.
Thank you very much. Thank you, members.
Good luck. Agenda item number 3, hearing regarding the request of 657 Hancock Street LLC, doing business as Waku Ramen, for a common victular license for the premise located at 657 Hancock Street. Proposed hours of operation 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proposed manager Henry Wong. Dixon Leung. Okay.
Take it out of order if we see them come in.
Yes, we will move on and go back to it if they show. Agenda item number 4, hearing regarding the request of Rachel Dianico for a common victular license for Rosie's Pizzeria, 550 Adams Street, due to a change of ownership. Proposed hours of operation 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., Monday through Saturday. Proposed manager is Rachel Denisio. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So this is just a change of ownership. It was Thomas Garofalakis and Greg Katafalakis, and they sold it to my dad, Francisco Excote Dionisio. It was more like a silent purchase, so I'm just looking to get change of ownership and approval from the town.
Great, thank you. Anyone have any questions regarding Rosie's Pizzeria, 550 Adams Street, for a change of ownership? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns? Looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the request of Rachel Dianicio,
Dionisio, yeah.
for a common victular license for Rosie's Pizzeria, 550 Adams Street, due to a change in ownership. Proposed hours of operation 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday to Saturday. Proposed manager Rachel Dianicio.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
You're
And
all
the
set.
fire inspection, they're coming to change them out Thursday. Yeah. Thank you.
Agenda item number 5, hearing regarding the request of Stugo Group for a common victular license for the premise located at 1 Heritage Drive for the cafeteria food service on Granite Telecommunications. Proposed manager Gerard excuse me, I'm not even gonna try it.
It'll be Gerard, Derekarian.
Derekarian,
Yes,
and proposed hours of operation 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. Stephanie Adolin.
yes.
Why don't you tell us about,
So we're hoping to take over one of the newer buildings that Granite's taking over for their cafeteria. It's a corporate service that'll be running Monday through Friday, closed on the weekends, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And I have contacted the Board of Health, but we were waiting for a start date, which is supposed to be 9/10. It's been moved from 9/3.
great, thank you. Anyone have any questions regarding 1 Heritage Drive for a cafeteria food service for telecommunications new headquarters? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns?
I know it's under construction now, just before you open, just give our fire
Yes.
prevention officer a call, okay?
Absolutely,
Okay, thank you.
yes.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Of course, so contingent on the fire inspection, license granted. Looking for a motion.
Make a motion to approve the request of Sodexo Group for a common victular license for the premises located at 1 Heritage Drive for a cafeteria food service at Granite Telecommunications new headquarters. Proposed manager Derek Dekarian. Proposed hours of operation 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're all set.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 6, hearing regarding the request of Froyo Inc. doing business as Nouveau at Yocha for an all-alcohol beverage restaurant license for the premise located at 406 Hancock Street. Proposed manager Ho Ming Chow. The proposed licensed premise is a street-level 200 square foot restaurant that will consist of a dining area, kitchen, and restrooms. There are also 1,100 square feet in the basement with office, storage, and cooler space. Proposed hours 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Alcohol 10 a.m. on Sundays. Tony Liang, Jimmy Liang, welcome. Why don't you tell us about your concept?
Good afternoon. Thanks for taking the time to hear us. So we've been in business at 406 Hancock Street as Froyo Inc. DBA Yocha for about 12 years now. It's primarily a dessert shop. We've been serving smoothies, teas, sweet soups, and also frozen yogurt there. And we decided to add in a new element, which is going to be a bakery. The bakery will have savory items as well as pastries, and we plan to open for brunch on the weekends. The proposed hours operation will be 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. and the brunch hours will be on Saturday and Sundays only. We will have cocktail menus that's going to be catered towards the brunch crowd. There is not going to be any type of like renovation that's going to be done. We will also not have a bar there. It's more so just to add to the element of the brunch. And Ming here will be the general manager there on the store. He'll be there for 50 hours per week, and he is tip certified. He will also make sure that all the staff there will be tip certified as well. The chef that we have with us, Jimmy, you want to talk a little bit about Rob?
So the chef that I have, his name's Robert Gonzalez. He's a published book author, French cookbook author, and he was also the first runner-up on the show of Annual Spring Bake Off. And Rob's our head baker. Rob's there all the time, and so we actually did a soft opening without any fanfare, we didn't publicize it or anything, but even so, we've been still selling out every day. And it's our hope to add the brunch aspect to it. So basically the liquor license is really gonna be just for Saturday and Sunday that we're gonna be doing. Although we'll have the license all the time, but the main usage is for those 2 days, and we're just gonna do a nice brunch. And Nivu, since we did the soft opening, we've been bringing a lot of different folks into the city, especially North Quincy, like a crowd that normally you don't see that's there, but it's there now. And so we just thought, you know what, let's step up our game and try to serve the community that's looking for something like this, and here we are.
And although the primary use of the alcohol license is going to be on Saturdays and Sundays, we do plan on serving alcohol on the other days as well to add on to the revenue stream.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions from anyone regarding Nouveau at Yocha for an all-alcohol beverage restaurant license for the premise located at 406 Hancock Street? Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns? No. Looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the request of Froyo Inc. doing business as Nouveau at Yocha for an all-alcoholic beverages restaurant license for the premises located at 406 Hancock Street. Proposed manager Ho Ming Chow. The proposed licensed premises is a street-level 2,200 square foot restaurant that will consist of a dining area, kitchen, and restrooms. There's also a 1,100 square foot basement with office storage and cooler space. Proposed hours 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Alcohol 10 a.m. on Sundays.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're all
Thank you
set,
very
thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 7, here regarding the request of Primetime LLC doing business as Drifters Kitchen and Bar for a transfer of their all-alcohol beverage restaurant license presently held by Imy Mine LLC, doing business as Idalawa for the premise located at 1464 Hancock Street. The premise is a street-level restaurant with approximately 2,241 square feet with both bar and table dining area. There's also a basement for storage. Proposed manager William Fallaro. The application includes a pledge of license to Cape Cod 5-cent Savings Bank. The applicant also requests to retain the existing cabaret and jukebox license and hours at 8 a.m. to 1 a.m., 10 a.m. on Sundays. Attorney Chris Harrington. Why don't you tell us about the concept there?
Thank you, Madam Chair. For the record, Christopher Harrington, my law office is at 21 McGrath Highway here in Quincy, and I represent Primetime LLC, who are the proposed new owners of the Idle Hour Bar and Restaurant. We have submitted a complete application to the board for you to consider and to pass on to the ABCC. The legal notice has been ran 10 days before the hearing. Our manager of the license, proposed manager, is William Filaro. Will's a resident of Boston. He has 18 years of experience in the restaurant industry. He started as a bar back, worked his way up to bartender, bar manager, assistant general manager, and finally beverage director in control of multiple restaurants in the city of Boston. He currently works for the Broadway Restaurant Group in South Boston, and he's worked at Lincoln Tavern, Loco Taqueria, an oyster bar, Fat Baby Sushi, and cocktails. Most recently, he was in charge of opening a second Loco Taqueria location in the Fenway neighborhood. He is over 21 years of age. He's a United States citizen, and we believe that based on the background check that you were able to perform on him and his experience, that he is a satisfactory candidate to be appointed to this manager of this licensed premises. His partner, who is also here with me, is Andrew Moshe. He's a resident of Hanover. Mr. Moshe has over 10 years experience in the restaurant industry. He also started as a bar back and worked his way up through the ranks. And he is, in addition to being a bartender, he's also been in charge of performing inventory control and ordering at some of the busiest bars and restaurants in the city of Boston. And he is also a former employee of Lincoln Tavern in South Boston. This is Andrew Moshe here on my left, and this is Will Ferraro, and he's going to speak to you about the type of business he wants to run.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I appreciate you guys taking out the time to hear us out. So basically our concept at Drifter's Kitchen and Bar is we're gonna have elevated American classics. We're planning on doing bar pizzas is kind of gonna be our flagship, but a little bit of a twist on that. They're gonna be a little bit bigger. We're gonna probably have like a smash burger. Eventually, once we get our footing, we plan on opening for brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. In addition to, you know, what we'll be making in the kitchen, we'll probably have a raw bar, have some oysters, and yeah, I think we have a pretty good pulse of what the people of the city of Quincy want, and I think we're ready to execute that. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. If not, thank you for your time.
Great, thank you. Anyone here have any questions, concerns regarding Primetime LLC doing business as Drifter's Kitchen and Bar for a transfer of the all-alcohol beverage restaurant license presently held by Idle Hour? Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns? I do have just one concern at this location that has come up in the past. It is the trash in the back always becomes an issue. There are some other restaurants that operate in that area, and it's really imperative that you all work together to make sure that that alley stays clean, and you work with a pest control company, that you keep that area as open and clean as possible. Of course, you know, happy to have you and like your concept, and wish you the best, but that's imperative for the neighbors there.
Absolutely.
Okay? Anyone else? Seeing none, looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the request of Primetime LLC doing business as Drifter's Kitchen and Bar for a transfer of the all alcoholic beverages restaurant license presently held by Imamine LLC doing business as Idle Hour for the premises located at 1464 Hancock Street. The premises is a street-level restaurant of approximately 2,241 square feet with both bar and table dining areas. There is also a basement for storage. Proposed manager William Filaro The application includes a pledge of the license to Cape Cod 5 Cent Savings Bank. The applicant also requests to retain the existing cabaret entertainment and jukebox licenses for the hours of 8 a.m. to 1 a.m., 10 a.m. on Sundays.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 8, hearing regarding the request of Avier Ajur Corp. doing business as Adam Shore Supermarket for a transfer of their wine and malt beverage package store license presently held by Phillips and Quincy Inc., doing business as Adam Shore Supermarket for the premise located at 486 C Street. The premise is a 6,500 square foot retail grocery store that also offers wine and malt beverage retail sales. Proposed manager, RPM Patel. The application includes a pledge of license, stock and inventory to Rockland Trust, alcohol sales from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and 10 a.m. on Sundays. Attorney Albert DiNapoli. Hello.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair and members of the board. My name is Albert DiNapoli. I represent Avera Arjun Corp., the applicant here. I have with me here Arpan Patel, who is going to be the manager of record, who's also one of the principals of the corporation, and his brother Rasesh Patel, who also is one of the principals. Both of them have operated other establishments under a Section 15 license, both in Quincy, in Braintree, since I think going back to 2007, 2012, 2015, they have no violations. They're looking here to purchase the assets of the existing Adam Shore Supermarket from the present owners, who are family-run operation. They're very familiar with them, work with them. They have an asset purchase agreement to purchase that, as well as a purchase and sale to purchase the real estate. And they have entered into a lease between the two corporations that have been formed and plan to operate and continue the operation basically consistently as the way it has been. Both Mr. Patel's U.S. citizens, mass residents, they're familiar with the rules and regulations in Quincy and other municipalities, as well as the ABCC. We've set forth all their information and take a moment. I do a lot of this in Boston. I don't come to Quincy often. I want to commend Sue Kendrigan. She's just been a pleasure to work with on top of it, and very nice in guiding me through some of the things that are important to Quincy.
Great, thank you. I appreciate that. Anyone have any questions, concerns about Avera Arjun Corp. doing business as Adam Shore Supermarket for a transfer of their wine and malt beverage package store license presently held by Phillips of Quincy Inc. Seeing none. Board members, please.
Chair, so I know that Sue spoke with the owners prior to
Yes.
the meeting beginning, so there's a little bit of a punch list that needs to be taken care of, so we can maybe make this, prove it based on a successful fire department inspection, if that's cool. with
Of
you.
course, of course.
We understand, and they've spoken to the present owners, and
I did
Arpan
spoke
said
to
he's
them.
going there actually right after this
Okay.
to try to get things going.
Yeah, all right, thank you.
Yeah, so we will send in the application, but contingent on the fire inspection, you'll get the license after that, okay?
Yeah.
And any other questions, concerns? I just wanted to say thank you to Nick and his family for their years and years of service there in Adam Shore. They've been a great partner for the city of Quincy, and they'll be missed in the neighborhood, I'm sure. But best of luck to you as well. Looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the request of Avera Arjun Corp. doing business as Adam Shore Supermarket for a transfer of the wines and malt beverages package store license presently held by Phillips of Quincy Inc., doing business as Adam Shore Supermarket for the premises located at 486 Hancock Street, also known as 494 C Street. 486 C Street, also known as 494 C Street. The premises is a 6,500 square foot retail grocery store that also offers wine and malt beverage retail sales. Proposed manager Aparna Patel. The application includes a pledge of the license, stock, and inventory to Rockland Trust. Alcohol sales 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., 10 a.m. on Sundays.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank
You're all
you.
set. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take care.
And we will go back to agenda item number 3. And here we got a request of 657 Hancock Street LLC, doing business as Waku Waku Ramen, for a common victual license for the premise located at 657 Hancock Street. Proposed hours of operation 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proposed manager Henry Wong. Dixon Young. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how you doing? I'm Mike, actually. Dixon is actually stuck in traffic, so yeah, I apologize for a delay here. I just stopped by, so.
Okay, Mike, what's your last name?
It's Tren, T-R-E-N-H.
Okay, why don't you tell us what you plan to do there at 657 Hancock?
Yep, so this will be our 4th location planning to do for a ramen concept. So we currently have ramen in the Boston area and also in Harvard Square in Cambridge and Waltham as well. So this will be our 4th location. Basically doing homemade broth and everything, a ramen concept with little appetizers, sort of Japanese flair to it.
Great, thank you. Any questions regarding 657 Hancock Street LLC, doing business as Waku Waku Ramen for a common victual license? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns? Seeing none, looking for a motion.
Motion to approve the request of 657 Hancock Street LLC, doing business as Waku Waku Ramen, for a common victual license for the premises located at 657 Hancock Street, formerly TKK Fried Chicken. Proposed hours of operation 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proposed manager Henry Wong.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
All right, thank you.
You're all
Thank
set,
you.
thank you. That does conclude our regular agenda items. Looking for a motion to accept the minutes from the July 16th hearing and waive the reading.
Motion to accept the minutes of the July 16th hearing and waive the reading.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That does conclude our license board hearing. Next hearing is September 10th. Looking for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you.